Evening, I'm Anthony from Rothenberger here in the UK, and today we're here with the Peaky Plumber, Lee. We're going to wait a few minutes just to see if anybody else is coming in, and we're just going to check sound and technical stuff
because we never have any problems in the past.
Yeah, we've never had any issues in the past at all.
Seamless.
So, yeah.
Move that way.
Ooh, careful, there's water.
I know, but look at that. Yeah, but it hides my belly better then. I know we can see it.
Welcome back all. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Tonight's a little bit of a scattergun approach. Myself and Lee are going to be talking about a hell of a lot of different things. One of the main reasons he's here with us is Lee is soon supporting our Rothenberger Tools For Life Foundation charity. And he's actually lucky enough to be able to go to South Africa to do some stuff over there. So Lee, if you want to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it came about from the going over to Germany last year. Did a load of fundraising. Biggest portion really was this at the installer show. So that everybody that bought one at the installer show, I don't know the numbers. Do you know the numbers?
Not off the top of my head.
I know it did really well. Let's put it that way, because it's paid for the it's paid for the ticket there. I don't know how I'm getting back yet. But thank you very much if you bought one of these. There'll be loads more to come on that. We'll be sharing it from ours. We've got my phone on down there as well, so that's doing our Instagram, and then obviously you've got the main Rothenberger one, so make sure you're watching all of this, because whatever angle you're watching it from, this is going to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. What I will say, again, as Lee just said, big thank you to everybody who purchased one of these at the installer show. Fantastic. All proceeds went to the Tools For Life Foundation, so thank you very much. Okay, speaking of the Tools For Life Foundation, we are doing a small giveaway today. Well, we're doing a lot of giveaways, but this is a small one for the best question what comes in throughout the show, and you'll win a pair of gloves. One of the multi-tools we talked about if you was tight-fisted and you didn't buy one at the show. And
what did you look at me for when you said that?
Okay, so where are we? So the first thing we're going to talk about, one of the things really important, new product, what's out. Lee's recently had a go with one of these. This is the RP50 digital pressure test pump. Fantastic bit of kit, giving you the chance or the opportunity to actually log any details and send over to the customer. So Lee, if you want to tell us about what you did on that job.
Most important thing is make sure it's got water in. If it hasn't got water in, it won't connect to the Bluetooth on your phone. For me, what I liked about it, it's one of them things where you, like underfloor heating is a perfect example. You want to leave it before it gets screeded. You've now got a digital record that you can give to the homeowner, the builder, whatever, that when you fitted it, when you left it, it was safe and sound. Anything that goes wrong after that isn't your responsibility. So the fact you've got a record there, it's covering yourself.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's the best thing about it for me.
And what I would actually say with it as well, obviously you download the Rothenberger app on whether it's your phone or your iPad. Now obviously with what we've got here, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but as Lee said earlier, it only connects to the app when it's got water in up to the sensor. So the sensor's actually in there. As soon as it fills water, the Bluetooth light will come on your app or your iPad or whatever you're using. Okay, and then you've got the opportunity to record your findings, i.e. Measurements and things like that, and obviously if there's any pressure drops during the testing process. Okay, but really good bit of kit. Only up to 30 bar this one, due to the Bluetooth sensor. Obviously the RP50 goes up to 60 bar, but this is only up to 30 bar, and it's a double valve system. So it's double the protection against muck and debris and whatnot.
If you follow them, if you have a look at Paul Clark, and I think Ryan Mills has just uploaded his actually, that's last week.
Right.
They've both done some really good content videos. And I was with Paul when he did his, but he never name dropped me in it and said I was there. He just took the credit for himself.
Oh, did he really?
But if you have a look at both of them, they've both done some good videos in the last couple of weeks.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant. So, trying to think, what are we going to do? Questions? Because after everyone, is there any questions on the RP50 digital? As I say, there are videos out there. The reason why we're re-mentioning it is because there's a few updates to the app, so it's worth having a look. But really good product. Make sure the water's aiming in that way.
You haven't opened it back up. Now we can see the TV.
Okay, so what we'll talk. Oh, hold on, we've got a question.
Yes.
Chandler?
You've got a few questions.
Okay.
First and foremost, from Gavin Pearce over on Facebook. He's asking, is the app free to download on the App Store?
Yes.
Yes, the app's absolutely free.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got someone. Is it available in black?
What, the RP50
the
digital?
one. No, it's not, is it? Unfortunately.
No, you can paint it if you really want, but yeah, it's not available in black. Not from us anyway.
That's all the questions the App 50 so far.
That's fair enough.
We can come back to you. If you've got any more, send them in.
Yeah,
we'll
please
come
do.
back to you.
Okay, so if you want to...
I'll move that.
Yeah. If you want a deeper look at the RP50, as I say, there are videos out there, and by all means drop us a message. We can do what, if you want to see in anything in particular, we can actually do a video on it however you want to see. It's all about you at the end of the day. So I think what we'll talk about now, one thing what is hardly ever mentioned, but out in the field a lot of people are always talking or asking about press. Now obviously press, let me see if I can move it
I was waiting for you to drop a few of them.
over. There we go. Have you glued them all onto this? That was brilliant. I can't believe they stayed on there.
Like a domino, one going.
So, our Rothenberger press tools, both of them, the Romax 4000 or the Compact TT, there are new ones coming out as well. But you don't just have one profile of jaw you can use. You can use 5 different profiles. Yeah. So we just wanted to go through that to clarify. You don't need to buy multiple guns to do it. You've got different jaws for different applications. So this one says SV. It's actually a V press, which companies like Konex, their fittings, and they're actually approved for their Konex fittings. I believe that's who you use, Lee, as well.
Yeah. That's the up now one, I think.
There we go. So slightly lighter colour. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it automatically does it. Or...
Keeps changing cameras and I'm like that.
Yeah, slightly lighter colour. This is for refrigeration, and it's the Maxi Pro system. So it's for copper, but you'll know the difference between the two because it comes in imperial sizes. So, but it will make it explain to you what it's actually for. That's the Maxi Pro jaw. Again, you can still use exactly the same press tools. You don't need to buy multiple ones for different things. Okay, and the Maxi Pro jaws, or sorry, the Maxi Pro fittings are made by, sorry, I'm confusing you here, don't I? I was doing that then. The Maxi Pro fittings are actually, again, by Konex. So we're working in partnership with them on refrigeration. Okay, so
that's refrigeration.
Refrigeration.
That's a U profile.
There we go. So U profile, as it says on there, U profile. This is more for things like underfloor heating and multi-layer pipe. There's a couple of different profiles what we use, T, H and U. U, a lot of these ones are used, I think Uponor are one of the fittings, sorry Dan, fittings manufacturers, I believe, where they've got approvals, we've got approvals with their pressed jaws. So that's for things. Do you do any underfloor heating or anything?
Do a little bit every now and again.
Yeah, but again, you don't need to buy multiple press tools. What else have we got here? And you've got the big boys there. So in plastic or multi-layer, there's a U profile jaw there up to 40mm. So all the way up to 40mm on both press tools. And then obviously on copper with the V press or the M. I'm hoping, yeah.
That one there.
There we go. So we've got M profile here. Probably the most popular one as in the merchant base. But just to let you know as well, M profile fittings, sorry, V profile fittings from Konex, they actually now approve up to 28mm M profile jaws on their fittings as well. So it's a double bubble situation where you can't really lose and you haven't got to carry loads of different jaws. But yeah, so as I say, again, the big stuff, I think that's a 42mm press collar. So that is V press. Very, very important to know, because obviously from this point of view, if you've got a jaw bigger than that, you don't really want to be lugging it round on a big press tool.
Definitely don't want to be holding it high up in the air.
Yeah.
I know one of the questions that's going to come in a minute.
I know exactly what's going to come in a minute. Okay, and then finally, on the press, again, both press tools we do, but the press rings. Now, the SV ones, or the V press ones, are actually available. We're still awaiting good news on the M ones, but SV are available and now ready to order in the UK. And as you can see from that camera,
we should have got a demo set up for that, shouldn't we?
You see the press ring there, that will give you the capability to go all the way over into awkward situations, okay? So 180 degrees, so you put that on the actual fitting. There's some really good videos out there now, a few of the guys who have actually got these.
And girl.
And girl. And then they put that on the fitting, one-handed. You don't need two hands to do it, open and shut. Then put that on the fitting, and then your actuator, the rings for both the big tool and the small tool are exactly the same. It's just the actuator what differs, okay? So press rings are obviously big time on the agenda at the moment. And trust me, we're doing our absolute best to get the M1s here. Okay. So yeah, so any questions on press, mate?
Yeah, we got a couple ones about the jaws, but we've also got a couple that circle back to the RP50 digital as well.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Ant from Navigator, unsurprisingly, says, can you push Navigator fittings?
Yeah, we can indeed. So they're approved on the M profile fittings. We actually work very closely with Navigator on the M profile fittings.
Someone asked about the RP50 digital as well.
Yeah.
What's the capacity of the pump reservoir?
Oh, I can't remember what size it goes to. I can find out for you.
Give us 5 minutes, we'll find that out.
Yeah, give us 5 minutes, we'll find out exactly. I can't think. Does it say anything on there? I can't remember how many
like
litres.
a guy who can read that small at my age in life. My glasses are over there.
Yeah, we'll let you know shortly. I can't remember for the life of me, to be fair.
No. That'll be in the product catalogue. We'll
Yeah,
find
it will
out.
be in the product catalogue, so we'll let you know with that.
Got a few more for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are the press jaws sold individually, or do they come in multi-packs based on sizes, i.e. 15, 22, 28 in certain profiles?
Okay, so all of the jaws obviously can be available as a set with the Romax Compact TT or whatnot. So generally the main sizes in the UK for copper or metal sizes 15, 22, 28. So generally the best way of buying one of these value wise is to get the set. But then if for instance I get a lot of people asking me when I'm out on my region, they'll say to me, I do a little bit of underfloor as well. I need TH this, I need U this and all that. So go, yep. So if you're doing copper, I would say the best way is buying either an M profile set using, as Ant said earlier, Navigator, or V set using Conex, someone like that. And then if they're doing a little bit of underfloor, they can just go, just buy the one jar. Yeah,
that's exactly what I did when I got mine.
Yeah, and speak to your local, whoever you do, where you do your shopping. They obviously can help you out with that. No doubt they'll phone their local regional sales manager.
One more for you on the RP50 Digital. Does a Bluetooth app have any other functionality, i.e. does it allow you to track? So I'm guessing it means about the actual tracking the pressure live and all that sort of stuff.
Yes, it absolutely does. Yeah, I'm really sorry we're not really set up today to actually show you that, but you'll see it's so accurate. There are videos out there, and if we need to update it with the new or the updated app, we'll do another video.
Do another video and add it onto this again, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's really handy and it is so accurate. The slightest touch, you'll see the pressure go up and down or whatnot, and obviously it's purely there to see if there's a pressure drop. I've had people say to me, oh, what about if the pressure goes up or down when you're not there? Well, you guys will know, obviously on site, you're looking for pressure drops. It's not going to really happen, you know, so. But yeah, we'll do another video on that just to show how
do a demonstration
accurate.
As well. We'll make the pressure up and down so you can see it.
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, I do think there's some videos on there online where I think I did one in my dining room, and then we also did one here as well. But really good product. You're paying a little bit more, but it's definitely worth it if you're in sort of places where you need to cover yourself.
Yeah.
I've got the answer for the pump reservoir question. The capacity is 12 litres.
12 litres. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Who sent that in, Kevin?
Helmut Rothenberger sent that in. It's 12 litres. Okay, where are we? So, is that it for questions?
What's the price? The RP50 Digital.
On the RP, right, the list price is about £500?
Not good asking me.
Yeah, but yeah, please look around on there. Obviously, list prices, I'm sure it's about £500, but obviously that's list price. We all know about those, so ask at your local merchant, or by all means, drop us a message and we'll tell you.
One more's just come in. Does it have a battery, and if so, what's the life on it?
So it's such a new product. We really don't know
the life.
But it's a rechargeable. You use a USB-C charger. I don't know if we can. Well, there's water in it, so we better not. But it's just a normal.
Charge it from a power bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's a USB-C, and it. Well, all I would always say is before using it,
fully charge it.
Fully charge it up. You know, there's no. Unfortunately, on the actual app, there's a battery life, so you'll be able to see how much battery you've got. But without connecting it, you won't know.
Got another one for you. Mm-hmm. Is the RP50 Digital self-pumping?
Self-pumping?
Yeah, you use your left or your right hand.
Yeah. Yes. Sort of, I don't know what to say. Yeah. It's not self-pumping. No. It's
just
like
a lever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they mean by that?
I'm not sure. But one more as well.
Oh, yes. So we do an electric pressure test pump, which is probably what they're referring to, the RP Pro 3.
Someone on YouTube called Eric United. Another one on the RP50 keeps going. Does the app need a certain release to work, or will it just work on all Android and Apple platforms?
As far as I'm aware, it works on anywhere you can, Android or Apple, whatever you use.
Okay. For my corner in a minute.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interested to what he meant by that about the electric pumping.
Yeah,
Self-pumping.
so self-pumping. I'm assuming, please let
Ask him
us
for a
know.
bit more details.
Yeah, please do, because I'm assuming you're talking about like an electric pressure test pump, what we do in RP Pro 3, which obviously for bigger sites you don't want to be doing that for too long.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you might be talking about that, but please drop us a message, and if that's what you're talking about, we'll go with it.
Has nobody got one about any about the press rings? Or the press at all? I might pick that. That's not
There is
Yeah,
one.
why would you say that?
There's one about press rings. There's one about a press gun. Are SV press ring sets available now?
Yes.
Yes.
So the V-Press ones, I must stress as well, we call them SV. There's V-Press, which is also known as B-Press.
Yeah.
But it is the same profile, so don't look at that and think, oh, I don't know what SVs, I use V-Press.
If you're not sure and you're just new to press, send us a message and we'll clarify it for you.
Yeah.
I've been pressing for about 9 years now. There's always been confusion around it, which gun and which jaws you can use with which fittings. If you're not sure, drop me a message, drop me a message and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was asking if the press that comes with an actuator. I can answer that one, it does. Obviously his answer is you need a separate actuator depending on the gun you're using, whether it's a compact or the Romax. And how do I get my press gun serviced?
So in the UK, I don't know if we've got one here somewhere, but in the UK we actually have our own service centre on site right here. Currently, I mean, at the installer show we were giving out cards with the little QR code. So all I would say to you is drop us a message if you've got a press tool what needs servicing. By all means, we can send you a QR code, and that goes right into our after-sales service department, and then they can obviously go from there.
Does it cover water damage?
It doesn't. Oh, I wonder if that's good. Oh yeah.
I was getting that before somebody put the question in.
Yeah. So yeah, must. Oh yeah. Okay. So so it doesn't cover water damage, unfortunately.
Can't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of person would drop it in a header tank anyway?
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
I've got a nice question for you. When are the angled M press coming out? It means press rings.
So yeah, so the press rings, the M1s. Currently, we're still waiting. I would love to give you an answer, but we're still waiting ourselves. The sooner the better from our point of view. One thing I will say, and I probably said this on the last live lounge, trust me, when we've got them, you'll know all about it. Yeah. And obviously, because we work closely with like Express, Navigator, and companies like that who obviously got the fittings, we work very close with them. We want them out there as soon as possible.
One from Eleanor Jones. How long is the warranty for the parts? Can I get spare parts? Is there any issues with this? She hasn't specified. We were talking about press, so
Right, okay.
maybe press.
What spare parts for the press tools?
She just said, how long is the warranty?
Oh, right, okay. So you get a 2-year warranty on both of our press tools. And obviously, if you need it calibrating sooner than that, one thing again, I will show you. While we've got one here, there is a little light on the front. If you've already got the compact TT, can you? I suppose you can change that. There we go.
A lot better on that angle.
You like that one? So you've got the light there for inspection if you're working up in loft spaces and stuff, and there's a little light underneath there which is green. When that starts flashing red, that means it needs calibrating. 2 years or 40,000 presses, whichever comes first. Luckily you only have to count the 2 years. This thing will count the 40,000 presses.
I've got loads of questions falling in, so
Better for us.
got one here. Are press guns worth buying if you don't do loads of pipe work?
Well, obviously not. If you're not doing any pipe work, no. If you're not doing any pipe work,
I think it depends on the job you're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
I bought mine originally 2 reasons. One is we did a church conversion, and then the best solar in the world, the amount of pipe work it was going to have a leak. And then the second one is we used to look after Thornton's chocolates. And if we soldered anything in there, because of the food and hygiene environment, they had to shut down for a couple of days and, decontaminate the place.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, moving to press made sense. We do a lot of commercial work, so we use it every day on that. Domestic wise, I use it more on domestic. Well, we use it on all our domestic now, purely because it speeds the job up. The time difference between soldering and that, the time that you save, you're either home an hour earlier or you can do a service on the way home to make up for the difference in the cost of the end feed fitting to the press. I think it comes down to personal choice. If you've got the money for it, I think it's a good investment.
Yeah.
You know, we've all had them jobs on a Friday afternoon. You're on your way home. Can you just call in? I've just gone through this pipe with a nail. You can get a slip coupling, put it on, be done in 5 minutes. If you've got to drain it all down,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
You can.
absolutely.
I know the gun isn't waterproof. Trust me, I've tested it. But you can press a live pipe, and that for me is just a win.
Yeah, that's the big difference for me, I would say as well, that you can't solder pipes with water in. With press, you can just go 3-second press cycle and you're done. And obviously I'm totally biased from a Rothenberger point of view, but that's just press on the whole. Fantastic. If I was back doing what I used to do, 100% I'd be pressing.
Cool. I've got, does the press gun have a calibration tester, paper or card type, in the box with it to approve it before use?
No, that's a good point actually. So when you get one brand new, obviously I don't believe there is a calibration certificate.
It goes from invoice date, does it not?
Yeah, it goes from the invoice date, or it goes from, if you haven't got your proof of purchase or anything like that, will go from the the code on the serial number. Sorry about that. So it'll go from the serial number, but obviously if you've got a POP or proof of purchase, it will go from there. And then I'd like to think if it's from brand new, obviously they're all calibrated anyway. And then 40,000 presses or 2 years, whichever comes first. But every time it gets calibrated here at the service centre, we do send where there's parameters where it's got to be between X amount of kilonewtons per press. They test it and you actually get a certificate.
Yeah.
With
Mine did last year.
Was this after you?
Shut up.
Thanks.
Next question.
I've got, do the press ring sets come in a box or a case?
Yes. So if you're buying them, a lot of people are just buying currently the actuator. Actually, not that actuator, that's a big one.
Yeah.
So that one's for the compact. So the actuator, where are we looking?
Case next to you.
Is that got them in it, is it? Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Ian knew that question was coming up.
Yeah.
That's why he had the box there ready, innit?
So here's one we made
Prepared
earlier. Yeah. So if you just, for instance, if you just want 15 mil, because some people 15 mil, you need the actuator regardless. So you can buy them as singles, or as it says here, as I say, currently only V press, but they are coming. You come in a nice box, and the set
Left.
comes with 15, 22, 28 and 35. Then there's a space for, depending on which actuator you're actually using or which press tool you're actually using, there's space for the compact actuator or the Romax 4001. And extra space is there for more rings if you're doing, as we talked about earlier, multi-layer pipe or things like that. Okay. Yeah, so as a set, currently, we're looking at this, but currently the set comes 15, 22, 28 and 35 on it, on M or V. But the actuator you have to buy separately. So we're going to be looking at doing a set with the actuator, I would like to think, which it's a no-brainer.
It's got a really interesting one actually. Can you see the press tools getting any smaller in the future?
I know for a fact, yes. But what I will
What was
say...
the one at the start of this year that I had? Was that small? That's a bit small.
No, it's this one. So it's the Compact TT. So we have got, one of the new ones we've got coming out is the Compact TT3, which that's going to be Bluetooth enabled as well. So they're starting to filter through. Slightly different from the original Compact. But we've also got, on the horizon, we've got more tools coming your way. We'll obviously keep you posted. I don't know how much we can actually talk about a couple of them. But yeah, they are on the way. Yes, yeah, no one's listening, are they? But yeah, so they will become smaller. I personally can see a day when you're effectively be doing that. I really can. One way or the other, it's going to happen, isn't it? You know, at times like...
Everything always gets smaller.
Yeah, but does it? Sorry,
Not the way your head went then.
But what I will say, a lot of people on the demonstration days, they go, oh, it's too big, you're supposed to get that under a sink. Listen, speak to people who you know. Everybody's got press tools now. A lot of people have got press tools, I should say. And where there's a will, there's a way. But if you can't, just like soldering, if you can't get in somewhere, you can't get in somewhere. But that spins all the way around. And then with the added extra of a press ring, you can get in all sorts of angles. So
I've got a video on that from Ish that I've just remembered. That's on my phone. I'll upload that after this.
I like the new version of that. But yeah, so yeah, I can definitely see them getting smaller. I know for a fact one of them is. But yeah, I think it was actually at the Ish show. At the Ish show, did they have the Nano?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we can say it. There's one...
Whoa! I didn't say it. You said it.
You said it was there.
I'm not going down with you.
Yeah.
Next question.
We got, how much is a press ring set?
Press ring set, you would probably be looking at, with the actual set and everything, to set yourself up all the way up to 35. You probably, again, speak to your merchants. They're the ones who set prices, but you're probably talking 500 or 600 quid, and that will get you set up all the way up to 35 mil.
Cool, yeah. How many presses to a single charge?
Depending on what size, but you're talking between 200 and 250 on a full charge, depending on what you're using. So if you're using lots of 15, you'll get a little bit more. If you're doing 28, it obviously has to work a bit harder. But yeah, between 2 and 250.
That's it from our corner so far.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Okay. So a little bit of a interlude now. One of the things we're doing today is talking about the different. I'm going to have to move them into the middle, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about the different. I call them vessels, but you'll know them from the merchants as things like hot bags and tool kits and tool bags. Lots of different ways to actually hold. Now, everybody's got their own preference. Now, I must stress these ones here. This is the hot bag and this is the tote bag. Some people prefer an open bag. Some people prefer that. A really good value way of getting the Superfire 2 because in the merchants, if you speak to any of your merchants, they all have the opportunity to purchase things like this. You'll get things like a bottle of premium gas, mainly a Superfire 2, solder mat and things like that. So that's a really good value way of getting it. But I must stress, it's purely a vessel for what's in there. Okay, we've also got the row case, which all of our bigger tools like the Romaxes, they all come in the row case system, click and carry job. So again, this is a typical row case configuration.
Spanner's going to slide.
Where we go, where we going? Where we going? There we go. So you can see everything what you've actually got in there. We are actually giving away one of these today. And what was the question? What was that reason? Because that's not the question with the tools.
That comes with a...
Oh, is that the spot the difference?
Multi-tool as well, yeah.
Yeah. So the one what we're actually giving away has got a pair of gloves in, a multi-tool, the Tools For Life idea, what we was talking about earlier, set of grips, water pump pliers, whatever you want to call them, wide jaw wrench, pipe slices, plastic cuts, and a bottle of gas. So we added it was a competition on social media earlier this week. As you can see there, spot the difference, and I think all you had to do was tell us where the difference was. Now, it's your last chance today. Obviously, you needed to be watching this video as well. So if you answered over on the social media channels, please answer now in wherever you're watching it and we'll pick up on it. And we'll be picking somebody today. Are we doing that randomly or something like that? So and we're going to announce that today. So we're going to announce whoever wins this set today, but you obviously need to be here as well watching it and supporting the channel, okay? That's a lovely
That's one back under there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, so we have talked through the bags and whatnot. What we'll do now, we have a new regional sales manager joining us. First day today, doing some product training with myself. It's Katrina Smallman. She moved over to us from Wolseley. She's based in the West Midlands, and she will be, well, she can tell you herself where she's going to be covering. Oh yeah, quick interlude. Want to introduce you to our newest regional sales manager. This is Katrina Smallman. She will be covering...
Greater Manchester, Lancashire, Shropshire, Cheshire and Wales.
And what are you looking forward to more than anything?
Spending time with you and learning training products and getting out there to see all the merchants. So come and see me once you know where I am.
Brilliant. So she'll be out and about very, very soon. Product training first, but please follow her on LinkedIn, Instagram.
Yep.
Neely. And then, we'll look forward to working with you. So now, are we back live, yeah? So now we're going over to quickfire question corner with Lee. We're going to ask him a few questions. And it's either, is it the yes or no answers, or is it just the one word answers? I think both. Okay.
Why do I feel like I've been...
One word answers. No.
You know I'm from Yorkshire.
Yeah, I was going to say, no peaky explanations. Right. Press or solder?
Press.
Domestic or commercial work?
Commercial.
Copper or plastic?
Copper.
Phone or laptop?
Phone.
Car or van?
Van.
This is my favourite one. Loft in summer or roof in winter?
Roof in winter.
Installer show or fix?
Pass. Next question. Can't ever choose between them.
He'll be honest, surely. Combi or cylinder?
Probably cylinder.
Vented or unvented?
Unvented.
Bend or fitting?
Bend. Definitely bend.
Okay.
I'm tight Yorkshireman. You want less fittings in if you bend.
Of course, exactly.
And I've got a row bend machine.
Yeah. Are the yes or no's in here? Yeah. Are they?
Oh, you've got them proper printed as well.
Oh, mate, yeah. We don't mess around.
Come a long way in the last year, these two, haven't they?
Are they on them? Okay, so this is a few questions for Lee on plumbing.
Oh, God.
So, what do you call a pipe that carries wastewater away from a building?
Waste pipe.
So the answer, are we giving him the answer straight away? Obviously, no. So the answer is drain, and that is absolutely official, so you've got one wrong there. What do you
Can
call...
I save these and practice later?
What do you call a small hole in a tap, that controls water flow?
Pass. You've got to remember, 27 years ago when I was at college.
Aerator.
Oh, yeah.
What material are most water supply pipes made of?
Lead. Plastic.
I tell you what though, the actual supply pipes, you're not far off.
Yeah.
We've got copper on there. That is an answer. What was
I'd
on
have
the
put
answer.
lead still in it. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. What is the primary purpose of a pig trap?
Just stop back smell. Got one right. Save that one.
What is a common cause of a water heater malfunction?
Overheating.
Sediment, but yeah, overheating. I can see things coming through on here now. So is there no yes or no questions? Oh, sorry, I thought we'd got some yes or no questions. So yeah, so it's just a few little questions for you. We just wanted to mix it up a little bit, introduce you to Katrina, and there is some questions here, but me being an ex-tools guy, I just can't ask him.
Quick, let's go back over there.
Yeah,
Let's
so
ask us some other questions.
Yeah, we're going to go back over there, and by all means, keep the questions coming, and we'll finish up. I was looking at some. I was like, Okay, so another reminder on the Hotbox giveaway. Please, if you've done it on your social medias, please do it here as well, wherever you're watching, whether it be on Lee's socials, on his YouTube channel, or whether it be on ours or Gas App, wherever it is, please make sure you put your answers in all of them from the Spot the Difference question, okay?
thank you again for people that bought the multi-tool as well. That is really appreciated.
it's
There's going to be loads coming out over about 2 months till I go. But then we're going to put it all properly together. Well, I'm not. These Dan and Chandler are. Going to do plenty on it as well, just to give the charity itself the exposure that it deserves and needs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Actually, did we talk about it earlier? What, from your point of view, what is the Tools for Life Foundation? Because obviously you know more than most.
So
now.
it was set up by Rothenberger and obviously Sandra. She's like the head of it. She oversees it. Tools for Life Foundation Instagram page run by another chap called Alexandru. Met him at Ish, really nice guy. And he well, to be fair, he runs it, he sorts it out. I think she's like me, she's sort of just the face, but he does all the work.
Right, okay. Like Amy.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got some questions for you.
Got some more
You're
questions?
ready to answer them? I've got some questions. Do Rothenberger do jaws for the Irish copper? I've got the Romax 4000, but I'm only currently using it for multi-layer pipe.
Oh, right, okay. So you're talking for 1/2 inch rather than 15mm. Well, we do obviously Imperial, and which we've got the Maxi Pro stuff there as well, which you... Oh my God, somebody's phone's ringing.
Can't be. We all got told to put his phones on silent 10 minutes before I went on air.
Whose is that phone?
You're in charge.
I can't believe somebody's ringing. Oh, well, never mind.
It'll be Kevin.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Do you have a pipe bender bag?
We do indeed. We have bags what go. That's another one what we probably should have bought with us, but we have one with a bag, not for the guides. We used to have a little bag for the guides, but no, but the actual case itself or the box itself, you can actually, we have got a multi-bender bag. I take it that's what we're talking about, the bag for the multi-bender.
Yep. Another one, obviously circling back from earlier, asking where can I get my Compact TT press gun repaired and recalibrated?
Right, so what I'll do, which is quite a good idea, if at all possible, one moment.
There's 2 of them now. It's not you ringing him, is it?
You sorted. Would anybody be able to get one of those little cards with the QR code on?
You'd be better off uploading it afterwards.
But it's just a quick thing, because while they're watching it, the people who are asking, we can just go like that, and if they're desperate... Yeah, so we've got these little cards, what we were doing at the installer show. It was fantastic, and me going out and about to different merchants and whatnot, there's a lot of people out there who took advantage of the value for the Romax Compact TT. And it's been great. We've got a new system with our service after sales team where you got a QR code and you can just do that, and then you'll see a sheet. Actually, we might do a video on that. I think that might be good. Do a video on it where we can, it shows you've got drop down boxes and things like that where you can look at it and add whatever details you actually need. So we need things like serial numbers and whatnot. Here we go. So obviously we can post this, but that
There.
QR code, if you want the link to it, by all means send us a message and we can do that. As I say, the servicing with our products is all done here in-house in the UK, so you're not messing around. Okay.
There's a little self-promotion from Paul Sunderland.
Oh,
here.
okay.
Really?
Yeah, he said, I have some in the back of my boot, so if anyone in the South East is interested, get in touch with him.
Fair play. Yeah, what's that? What's he got in the boot? What, these?
So those QR codes.
Excellent. Nice
That's
one.
where they all went. That's why I was struggling to find them.
Yeah.
No, well done, Paul. Fair play. That's a good point. All the reps from different areas in the country should have them as well, by the way. So speak to your rep.
Got another one. Is the foam in the hot boxes flame or heat proof?
Oh, let's try it and find out.
Yeah, let's try it. In the hot boxes themselves, absolutely not. No, it's purely for protection.
That's it so far from me.
Okay.
Yeah, so far from me.
So is that pretty much everything? So what we got to obviously do the giveaways and whatnot.
I've got them. I've got the winners.
Oh, you've got the winners.
Have we done it?
Oh, excellent. For the excellent. Please tell me. So firstly, let's do
the little giveaway.
The giveaway, so the multi-tool, which obviously you guys were purchasing very kindly at the installer show, tape measure and a pair of gloves. And what was that? Was for the best question, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yeah.
And the winner is
Des Goodwin. Over on Plum app.
On Plum app.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Which question was this?
Was asking if the press tool's getting any smaller in the future.
Yeah, brilliant question. Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Des. So we'll obviously DM you and get your address and send those out to you. And the
all the entries for the hot box.
Spot the difference. Can you would you be able to put that back on again just to show people? Because I think we're probably going to do a lot more things like this. I can see from here, so it weren't that difficult, can you, sir? Oh, yeah.
It's only a 55-inch TV. No,
So have you got the answer first of all, and then we can...
Yeah, so the answer was obviously area 1 was the right answer. And I've got a random winner here, so he's answered it in the chat. It is Neil Smith over on Gas App.
Neil Smith, well done. I think I know you, Neil, or I do know a Neil Smith. But yeah, so well done, Neil. You've won the hot box. Obviously, we've got a foot in both camps, press and solder. And you've got a bottle of gas in there, a pair of grips. I absolutely love these. I think they're a fantastic wide jaw wrench with the chrome protectors. Bottle of gas, couple of pipe slices, Plastic Up Pro, Superfire, what else? And then you've got your tape measure. Okay, so well done, mate. We'll get that sorted.
Yeah, so winners of those competitions, make sure you DM us on any social medias. If you just DM us, maybe screenshot the question you put in or anything like that. And we'll get back to you as soon as we can with how we send prizes out and all that sort of stuff. But before we go anywhere, I do have a couple questions that just flew in.
Yeah, brilliant.
Do you have a HQ in Ireland? No, we don't. We're in the UK.
Yeah.
Is in England, Kettering, actually Northamptonshire.
But we have guys who cover the Republic as well as the North as well. So a great guy called Paul Kenirons. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But if you need his details, by all means, drop us a message and we'll get his details over to you.
Do you have press jaws for aircon pipe sizes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there we go. So denoted with a pink, as it says here, B-Press Maxi Pro, 5/8. So you've got all the sizes, I believe, on the compact TT goes up to 1 1/8 inch, and on the Romax 4000, both sets go up to 1 1/8 inch, but you can get one for 1 3/8 inch on the Romax 4000 as well, using the Maxi Pro system.
Got, I think, one more. Does the pressure pump need greasing regularly?
Well, what do you think? I mean,
I've only used it twice, but
yeah.
it's a bit too early to say for me, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's a question earlier actually about those sort of things. The product is that new. In honesty, we really don't know, but it's the same as the old RP50. If you've got one of those, whatever you do to maintain it, but yeah,
Read the manual.
Yeah, read the manual, whatever that says there. Also, they do a service pack for it as well. Well, hopefully you won't need that just yet. And if it's anything like the old RP50, if it's looked after, and it's a proper RP50, not a copy, what you can find online at silly prices, which aren't serviceable, but you've got the RP50, they go for years, if looked after.
That's it from my corner.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us, and I just want to say a big thanks to Lee and Amy off camera for coming down and bringing some fantastic cakes in for the guys. Baked herself today, but good luck in South Africa. When is it you're going?
Round about the 30th of September, give or take a day or two. Fantastic. They haven't finalised the flights. There's a bit of a problem with my flight because I've got to go either to Brussels or to Portugal. If I go to Portugal, I've got a 6 hours wait in the airport.
Well, yeah.
So we're working on the flights at the minute.
Right, so you're not going to Egypt this time?
No, not for a day and coming back.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. And please, if you've got any other questions or we haven't answered sufficiently, by all means, drop us a message. But as you can imagine on here, they're just firing in at us, and we've got lights and people go in like that because we're all obviously working together to try and get some decent info out there for you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.